Hello, my name is Aaron Claiborne with Wisconsin Voices for Recovery, and today I have Julie with me to share her experience about stigma. How's it going, Julie? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so
That,
much for having me.
that's wonderful. It's a pleasure to have you here today. Now, I'd
Thank
like
you.
to ask you, why does stigma have such a negative influence on people battling substance use disorder when seeking treatment?
There are many factors, in my opinion, that play into this umbrella of stigma around addiction and those that are entering recovery for the first time. Um, I feel that society and systems still have a long way to go when we are discussing what treatment looks like and how one enters the system. And this can be from your emergency room to your general practitioner to interfacing with your loved ones and friends. We still are not at this place worldwide. I would say I think a lot of different countries are doing a better job than we are to recognize addiction as a medical illness. And until we get to this conversation to say, this is a medical disorder, it's an illness, and it needs to be treated as such, we are always going to be battling stigma. This viewpoint that addiction only happens to a certain type of person, or you're making this choice to continue to compulsively use drugs. It's just not the case. It is a change within one's brain. It is a change within a person's behavior when someone starts to use compulsively drugs. And we just are not having those conversations. So this stigma is always going to be there when we're interfacing with someone telling their story and also taking those steps to seek out treatment. With that, because stigma is around this, I think the resources and the way that we navigate the system becomes very complex because of stigma. And we just don't have the resources around it to effectively treat individuals that want to get into care. And that includes medically assisted treatment. Insurance companies have a long way to go yet in order to cover that. Medicaid, workplaces, the way that an individual comes back into care or wants to talk to their employer about any kind of addiction issues that they're having. It's holistically stigmatizing all the way around, no matter which avenue or which path we go down. And it's these conversations that we're having right now that are going to assist systems and families and friends to understand our loved ones or ourselves that are trying to get to that next step of recovery. And addiction is treatable. And we don't talk about that enough. Because someone is going down this path, it doesn't mean that this is the end of their story. We have evidence-based models that work, and we need to put them in place so everyone is living their best life.
Wonderful. That's good stuff to hear. Thank you so much for that, Julie. So now I'd like to ask you, what would you want people to know and remember about those who are seeking or in recovery?
So for an individual that is beginning this path, or a person that is moving to that first step of getting help, there are resources and individuals that are here to help you. need to enter some sort of system in order to get that treatment. If you're a caregiver or a loved one of someone who's going through this, to remember what I just said. This is a medically treated disorder that there is recovery and it's possible. And there are medications, there are programs, there is therapy, there are detox centers, there's inpatient treatment. It's all there. But getting into a system and getting a person by your side, just like Voices of Recovery in Wisconsin, you're advocates, you're helping those individuals get to those next steps. So we're out here. It's just reaching out your hand or a loved one to help you along that path. You don't have to walk this path alone.
Thank you so much. That's really great stuff you share with our audience, and very informative information. So a great way to connect with our people in our communities. Is there anything else you'd like to share in our last 30 seconds?
I would just say, if you're listening to this and you are trying to make a decision, don't be afraid. Reach out to everyone who is going through these videos and the organizations that are supporting this. We're here. We'll walk by your side. You're not alone.
Great. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Julie. I really appreciate you being here today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Definitely my pleasure. Everybody, please tune in for the rest of the month of July, every single day, for others who are sharing their experiences about stigma. And have a great rest of your day. Thanks, Julie.
Thank you.